So hello teachers, welcome to our webinar on effective EdTech tools, and we are really happy to see you here to join us. And we can see that the numbers are increasing every minute, but then I don't think we have the time to wait for them. So I think we will start here. So
Okay, so let's start with a small ice-breaking activity here. We call this as a starter activity in our classrooms. I'll just share my screen one second. Rumi, can you just tell?
So if we had mentioned you to have, if you have an extra device, we had mentioned you to keep it with you. So this is your time. You can get your extra device and scan the QR code that Ms. Rasna is going to share, and we'll move on to the ice breaking. But then if you don't have one, don't worry, you can use the chat box as well. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rumi, for that. Okay, so can you see my screen, Rumi, there? Are you able to see my screen?
I'll have to check. Yeah.
Second. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I want you all to do is, it's a small interactive session here. So I want you have two options here. Basically, if you have a two device like phone or something, then you could just scan this QR code, or else I am going to show you the QR code now, or else you could just join by clicking the link on the chat and enter the code. So I'm going to generate the QR code now. I will just, yeah, you can see the QR code here.
It's visible, Rasna. Thank you so much.
Perfect. So you can scan the QR code if you're using, or if you have a second device like a phone or something. If not, it's completely fine. You could just go to this.
You can go to the website. You can just search it up, www.kahoot.it, and then directly you'll get a box to put in the game pin. So just enter.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see. Oh my God.
Yeah. Rumi, you can just put the link in the chat. And the game pin is 7735074. So you could just use Oh my God, I can see Sana here, Dia here, Divya. This is a small ice-breaking activity because we are all nervous, I know, especially us. So we'll just have a small ice-breaking activity, which we use, which I personally use in classrooms. So here I have Joe, I have Sinu, Lily. Oh my God, I have lots of characters here. Romana, Hina, Joe, Erfana, Kirtana, mashallah. Okay, so many of them here.
We can start with them, yeah?
Yeah, I have 60 participants. I'll wait for 100 participants and I'll just quickly start maybe. Quickly, we'll give you 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, and then we can start a small ice-breaking activity. And like I said, this is a starter activity which we can use in classrooms. We started with, we want to give you an experience of how we teach in the classroom. So for that main reason, we made a small starter activity.
You can see how the pictures are coming up, right? It's the best for a class if you are dealing
no
with
matter what,
children.
yeah, and no matter what age, all the age I've taught from grade 1 to grade 12 love this activity. They all like Kahoot.
I enjoy it personally too. I enjoy being a part of it, and I enjoy giving this to my students as well.
Okay, so we have 82 participants over here. You don't need to write your full name. If you don't want, you can write another name.
Yeah, of course.
To write your full
Both
name
random
here.
names. Make it fun.
Yes, so I can see here almost 87 of them are here. Perfect. I just click on. Okay, is it okay to start? I think that's enough. 94 here. 96. Oh, that's going to be 100 there. Okay. 4 more participants and we are ready. So basically here I'm using Kahoot app. I'm just trying to enter the...
So just like this, if you're doing this in the classroom, every student would be getting their own avatar, and they would be competing with their classmates throughout the lesson. So they'd be really excited to know who wins or who gets the most marks or who writes what responses, which you will be seeing in like 5 minutes. So Rasna, can we give it a shot?
Yes, that's correct. Let me click on the start. Okay, so I want you all, yeah. Are you able to see my screen, Rumi?
Yeah. Yes. I can see the countdown.
So your first activity goes here. Where are you from? So I want you to drop your pins. You see a map, a Google map. I just want you to click and drop any pin wherever you are located. If you are located in India, you could just go for India. If you're located in the UAE, you can zoom in also. I can.
And also, as you can see the timer on one side and you can see the number of responses on the other side. This is how a teacher would be seeing from their perspective. They can see how many seconds are left, the timer is running, and they can also see the responses. So we have around 66, 70, 75 responses. Yeah, and there it goes.
Perfect.
So, and we get to see the result in the end.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my God.
So we have almost everyone concentrated at, I believe, at India. I also see many of them in UAE, and I'm surprised to see that some of them are in Algeria.
And I'm surprised to see someone in the ocean right there. Who's that?
Maybe they did it by mistake. Okay, perfect. So let's go to the next question. I think most of them are concentrated in Southeast Asia, so I could get an overall idea of my what you say, the
So
answers,
for
you know.
instance, for social teachers, let me give the context. For instance, if you're asking a question and you want them to answer a particular country, so this is something that you can go for. You can be showing them up, and this can be related with any subject. For instance, if you want to elicit the answers of countries from the students, if you're giving this map, and if they give you the answers or if they point out the countries, see? So that can be every task or everything that we are mentioning in this lesson is transferable into a classroom.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next skill. Next question there. I'll just click next. And then we have a word cloud activity where we want to know, what do you know about EdTech? So we are going to have a webinar about EdTech, but before that, I just want to know what exactly you know about EdTech so that I can after the lesson, I would have an idea like how much you have learned from the beginning to the end. So let's see. I want to see the answers
So
here.
this is a feature
Yeah.
called the word cloud. So you would see in like, I'd say 8 seconds, you can see how word clouds work. We have 24 answers. Yes, 25, 29 responses, and
Oh,
34. There you go.
perfect. So I have seen almost like in a minute, I could get these much answers at the same time. So this is what we want to have. An EdTech tool can save teachers time. It can save the classroom time also. So I can just read few of the answers here. So, oh, some of them said nothing. I know some of them are completely beginner. Don't worry. By the end of this webinar, you'll have at least few of them ready in your
3 for
portfolio.
sure? No, 4 for sure.
Yeah, so there is technology, it's an app for tea, online education, educational tools. Some of them have mentioned tools for teaching. Well done. Some of them have said making learning fun. Yes, exactly. That was a very good word. And then some of them have also said, here, tech with education. Perfect. Learning
AI,
online.
AI is a part.
Okay, AI is a part. Well done. That's cool. Okay, so I have seen, I got a lot of answers here, and I want you to go to the next question. Thank you for responding. Oh,
Oh,
just,
I think you can stop
yeah,
sharing.
okay, no worries. Okay, so let's go back to the, I'll stop sharing here, Rumi, so that you
Yeah,
can take over.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
So I hope my screen is visible, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's about Kahoot. I hope you learned about Kahoot.
And
And
this
of
small
course, by
icebreaker.
the end of the session, these are not the only features that you have in Kahoot. You have numerous other features as well. And by the end of the session, we would be sharing a free resource schedule with you where you have the link to all the edtech tools that we are going to discuss. And this is a short session, so we cannot go through every tool in detail, but then we are introducing you the major edtech tools and also some features about it. Yeah. And the rest, I think you can explore, have fun, create games. Yeah. So yeah, so we have modeled this lesson, I meant this session, as a lesson as it would happen in a real classroom. So we are starting with learning objectives and success criteria. So for someone who is not well aware about the education system in the UAE, mostly all the schools follow this criteria where you start a lesson. When you start a lesson, you have a clear learning objective, an LO, and a success criteria, SE. So learning objective, what is learning objective though? It's just the topic of the day, the topic for the day. So for instance, what is today's topic? Today we're going to learn about EdTech tools, right? So EdTech tools becomes our learning objective. And now what is success criteria? Success criteria is something that you expect the children to know by the end of your lesson. For instance, by the end of the session, I expect you to understand at least 4 EdTech tools and the 3-tool EdTech stack, the concept of 3-tool EdTech stack, and you to use it for your teaching, for editing your CV, and also for your portfolio creation. Yeah, so that is my expectation. So right here, you have your learning objective and your success criteria. So I have mentioned it in a way. So we have formatted this lesson in a way that would happen as it would happen in a real classroom. That's why we're starting with a learning objective, a clear learning objective, and a success criteria. So moving on, but then let me be honest here, we got approximately around 700 registrations for the session, and you know that we have a limit on Zoom, and also we couldn't handle the technical problems that happened just an hour ago, and we were all running here and there. So yeah, so we were not ready for that, and we know that we have a lot of new faces here. So just for them, let us start by introducing ourselves. So thank you for joining us. I'm Ms. Rumaiza, and I work in Dubai as an English teacher related with the Cambridge curriculum. And so a bit about myself. I came here. Um, I have a bachelor's and master's in English language and literature, but then I don't have a bachelor's in education, a B.Ed, which the most of the messages or comments that we get is, can we teach in the UAE without a B.Ed? So living proof, I don't have a B.Ed. I have my bachelor's and master's in English, and I am also CELTA qualified to teach English, and I have an IELTS band score of 8, but then I did not have any kind of teaching experience in the UAE as such. And I came here on a visit visa all alone, and then I decided to do the job search. But then a fun fact is that I came here during the winter vacations, which is not an apt time for teachers to come in here to search for job roles, because all of the schools, they're during in their shutdown period, they're having fun, Christmas, so the vacation is going on. So but then that was the time period that I got into here, but alhamdulillah, in approximately 2 months, I could get around 5 interview calls. I'm sure that it was because of how my resume or CV stood out. And then right now, as of now, I'm working with a Cambridge curriculum, and I also do help teachers get into schools by reviewing their profiles. And alhamdulillah, I'm so happy to share that I also got promoted within 6 months of my experience at the school. So I think that's enough, right? That's a little bit about myself, and maybe I will hand over to Miss Rasna.
Okay, so myself here, this is Rasna here, and for those who don't know about me, I'll share a brief story about myself here. So just like you, 6 years ago, I came here with a lot of dreams, but with no connections, no educational backgrounds. Like especially, I did not have a B.Ed, same like Rumi. I did find it really hard, especially with zero UAE experience. I did have a UAE Saudi working experience, but that's what only for 6 months. I worked there in one of the schools in the mum as English language teacher. Okay, only for 6 months, and then I came here in the UAE. So I had a bachelor's in technology, computer science qualification. These were my initial qualifications, and I did find it really hard to actually navigate with a few of these. Okay, so now, alhamdulillah, just a second. Yeah, so for now, alhamdulillah, I am able to, I started like, so after facing, 1 second, Rumi, can you see my screen? Okay, so yeah, so now, alhamdulillah, after facing a lot of rejections and through trial and error, especially understanding the UAE education system, I finally started my career here. I started working as a trainer in the AUE, American University in the Emirates, and now currently working as a teacher and lead at MOE here. Um, what I would say is that with 6 years of experience, I slowly started showing up in Instagram. You might have known me as a Dubai teacher, so slowly I started showing up because I wanted to help people out. All the people who comes and ask me queries, I was like, okay, why not I share out what I've learned so far, what I've understood so far. That some of them they say without a beard you would, even when I came here, many of them completely said that without a beard you would not have any opportunity to join. But I want to break that. I wanted to show out that there are lots of teachers, personally, not myself. Rumi is one example. I'm one example. And there are a lot of teachers out there who are actually working without a beard. But it's all about the skills.
It's
It's all
actually
about,
how you stand out. I'm sure that Rasna, she came from a different, totally different background, and that is also one question that she always gets: How can I shift my career into teaching? So, she has helped over 25 teachers, and she is indeed a huge part in the competitions being held around here in UAE. And I'm happy to say that she has won. I think 10 plus 12, yeah, 12 plus educational competitions. So that's a wonderful story about her. Let me
yeah.
congratulate her on that too.
So
So,
this is all I wanted to show you is that everything is possible with the right mindset, with the right strategies. You can, and this is one of the most question that people ask. So I just want to prioritize that everything is possible as long as you are ready for it.
yeah.
So
Uh,
let's go to okay, so that's a brief about ourselves. I wanted to show you the mindset shift like this. Now we are moving on to effective edtech tools. So as a technology lead, I've seen that almost all schools, to be frank, nowadays are focusing or giving importance to educational tools, especially the edtech tools. With the recent AI revolution, you have seen like everywhere nowadays you hear is AI, technology and AI. These two
And
words
to
buzzing.
be honest, the UAE education system has introduced AI as a subject for students, along with math, science, English. They have AI as a subject right now. So knowing edit tools is not an option right now. It is a necessity. We have to have it with in hand, and we have to know how to utilize them in your classrooms, how to transfer them into your CVs, and also how to create teaching strategies using them.
Yes, and teachers are now asked specially to include the digital tools in the classroom for three main reasons. To be frank, it is number one is to increase student engagement. Of course, traditional teaching has taken over, and they prefer teachers who know the tech tools. And number two, of course, to create a fun, interactive learning environment. To be honest, and
Because as you might have seen when we started with the Kahoot, you know how it felt good, right? It felt good to know to have some kind of interactions on screen. So if we felt good, think about the children. They would be jumping
super
with joy if we put that on screen, to see who wins first, who got second, who is
yes.
from India, who is from Oman. So that is their mindset. They're too small to handle. So that is something they would be enjoying too. So to create an engaging classroom, and also,
Teacher saving time, Rumi. This is another one more
oh, yeah,
important point that the third point I would want to focus on is because of AI, because of technology nowadays, there's so many tools out there that teachers can now use effectively. When used effectively, it saves a lot of teaching
a lot
preparation.
of time, trust me.
Yeah.
And
So
I know that when you think about edtech tools or AIs, there's a lot around you. Oh my God, there are like hundreds of them. So you might be thinking, oh my God, how am I going to handle all of this? Yeah, you will get overwhelmed. I got overwhelmed as well because even computer teachers, I think Rasna, you got.
yeah.
I'm sure that you were confused as well because day by day we're getting a new tool. Day by day we're getting a new edtech resource. So the AI revolution is helping the education system to revolutionize as well. But then we are here to tell you that you don't have to get overwhelmed by all of these hundreds of tools, but you only need three. Just three to handle your classroom. You just need a three tool edtech stack. That is what I had included in our success criteria, that you would be understanding the three tool edtech stack by the end of this lesson. So let me tell you what that is about. It's just like a sandwich. Yeah. So you should have one tool that is related to your subject. For instance, if you're a math teacher, you don't want a tool that helps English teachers, right? So choose one tool that is subject aligned according to your subject. The second tool would be a classroom management tool because, oh my God, as teachers, we know the
Yes.
experience that we go through to handle the classroom management. So you need something for that, trust me. And then one assessment tool. So if you have the sandwich structure with you, if you have this three-tool EdTech stack, then I'm sure that you will show impact. Now, I'm not telling you that you learn three tools and just use them forever. No, you can keep on changing these, but then you only need three. At least that will take you forward for a month.
For the
Then maybe
beginners, yeah.
monthly you can update your tools accordingly if you have time. But then three tools, well and good.
Perfect. Okay, so another point I want to stress is that just mentioning what I have seen based on my client experience and what I've seen from other teachers, like when they say about these stories, is that they try to include the tools in their CV, or they try to include tools. They say they know how to use the tool, but when I come to look at their CVs, or when I come to see their points out there, what I see is that the tools are mentioned, but the outcomes are not mentioned. And this is one thing I want to point out in this session, especially that the schools scan for three things mainly.
Because I'll make it easy for you. If Rasna had used Kahoot in her lesson, imagine that she used Kahoot, but then she has not given the outcome in her CV. So how do you expect the hiring authority to know that you have used that in your lessons? You have used it, yes, but then you have to put it out in word. You have to show to the schools that you're applying to or to your management that you've been doing it, right? So you need to have the proof.
Yes, mainly show the impact, the word impact or the outcomes, not just the tool, but they also look for the impact that you created using these tools. So if you can show the curriculum, or you can show how you thought with it, the teaching strategies with it,
That's
if you
me.
can show the evidences like any screenshots or even an impact tool you have done with the students and how much they have changed from using the tool and before using the tool, these are things that matters a
The
lot.
transformation, you can change you can show the transformation, and basically schools scan for alignment, pedagogy, and evidence. I'm sure Rasna will elaborate it for you.
Yes, and yes, these three things. The main thing, one is the curriculum, like I mentioned, Rumi. I was mentioning that curriculum is the main important, like some of the schools are different curriculum. So if you are applying or if you are looking to teach a British school, so many teachers are there who want to jump from different curriculums. So if you're looking for British schools, you could mention how that can help, especially your learning objectives or any curriculum topics that include in the British schools, and then just mention that points in the CV. So like I would be showing you in the coming sessions, like
Upcoming
how I
slides,
can,
yeah.
yes, upcoming
Yes.
slides. And then the
Don't
second
worry,
thing,
we're
like,
going to give you the blueprint for this.
inshallah.
It's not just theory. That's what we're getting into. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the second thing, like I said, how you teach, the teaching strategies. If you can mention any of the teaching strategies that you have used, that would be wonderful. And then the third one is any type of evidence, screenshots, or it doesn't have to be in the real classrooms. If you have used it personally with your students or those who are in tutoring, you can use these tools and then take a screenshots of how it can be, how these tools have shown the impact or how these tools have shown the outcomes out there. Okay.
I think it's about proving that you know how to use the tools. That's
And
one
how
thing.
you can
And
show
the
it.
second thing, what you have done with those. What is the impact that you have created?
Perfect.
So
Okay, so how do you show it confidently? This is one of the most another question like I receive is that, okay, you have told about the edtech tools. Now I want to learn about it. How can I show it confidently? And I'm going to take you over it. I don't want you to listen to us, keep listening to us. I want you to start doing with us. For that reason, let's dive into the first tool I'm going to show you. I don't know how many, can you just put in the comment section how many of them know
chat
near,
box.
yeah, Nearpod?
Nearpod. I'm sure many might have heard about it,
If you
but
know, just say yes. If you don't know, just write no, so that I can have
a yes or no is enough. Yeah.
a
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
If you
No, no,
know,
no. Yes,
yes. If
no,
you
no,
don't
no.
know, oh,
Uh, I think it's an equal balance. Yeah. Oh, I think
okay.
no,
Okay.
no, no. Okay.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
will. So I'll just show you. Can I share the screen, Rumia?
Yeah, of course. I'm just stopping it right here. Okay. Take over.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so many of them know how to use it. Wonderful. And some of them said they don't know how to use it. It's okay. If you know, I'll show you how I'm using creatively in my classroom, my small experience from the classroom. And if you don't know, just see how I'm trying to use it. In any ways, you could use Nearpod. I'm choosing Nearpod as the first tool because one thing is that Nearpod is actually, what do you say? It's actually all in one platform where you could use many tools in one platform. And that's why I like Nearpod, because I can just teach one tool for the student and I can use different features of it. So I'll just quickly show you how I am planning to use that. So
As you might understand, we have time restrictions, so she'll not be going through the whole every
yeah,
feature as
okay.
such,
So
but then we'll be showing you the important ones. Yeah.
okay, so can you share the admin, please? Can you share the link for the Nearpod? I want you all to be interactive. So let me go. I want you to go to open your web browser, join.nearpod.com.
You can see the link has been shared in your chat box as well. You
Yeah,
can click
if
on
the
the
link is
link.
there, yeah. If the link is there, just put the code there.
Yeah. You can click on the
Right.
link and then just you'll have a box appearing up and then you can just type this code there.
Yeah, you don't have to put your real name if you're not comfortable with it. You can use any name out there and just put the code ZF9UX. Once you enter, you will be able to see a screen like this. Let me know if you can see the screen. Rumi, just have an eye on the chat so that I can just.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you want the code, it's again here
I'll put it
ZF9UX.
up. I'll put it up in the chat. Don't worry.
That would be good.
ZF9U. Yeah,
ZF9UX.
done.
Okay, so now once the students are, I'm asking the students to join, I, as a teacher on the teacher page, I can see that, look at that. I can see Abby here, Afra here, Afza here, Anju here, Aisha, Fatma,
These are all
Josh.
the students that I've joined right now.
Yes, as
This
a
is
teacher
literally
portion,
us. Yeah.
yes. And this is like you have a control over the whole
And
class.
you can see how the color changes there. It shows in progress, completed.
Yes. So now the first activity I usually give, this is I am teaching grade 3, 4, and 6 and 7. So basically here in grade 3, what I focus here is almost first thing I do is that I give as an ice breaking activity to mark the classroom rules. So I can say here, look, see, Anju here have marked that she's going to mute the microphone. Well done. If she will raise her hand, she will eat during the class. She has to put a I can see here, and I can also give feedback. Can you see that? If you can just alternatively see what I'm trying to do. You can use the tools here and get access. Okay, so the Nearpod has a limit of over 50 students. More than 50 students, we cannot give it. But you can just, if you're not able to join, it's completely fine. You can just go to look at the screen,
Yes,
how this
as I've
works.
mentioned in the chat box, you can learn from the screen as well. You can treat this, you can see this as a classroom and learn from what's happening in the classroom. We already have the total number of students there. So just like a classroom, we cannot, just
Yes.
fit in a lot of students. We have a limit.
Perfect. So here, if you see, I can see how many students have submitted. So I can see Abby submitted, Anju submitted. There is lots of like Nuzha submitted, Rahmat submitted, Sam submitted. If suppose the student doesn't submit, I can call out, I can give feedback. You can click I can click here feedback and I can just give a small sticker. So there is a sticker options out there. So if suppose if he's doing well, I can encourage with a sticker found. These are good for especially for the primary levels. If you're going for the advanced level, like if you're teaching grade 5 and above, I'm going to show you a few examples. So once I finish.
So we have someone asking the tool's name. This is Nearpod. You can see it on the screen. It is Nearpod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't worry, by the end of the session, we'll be giving you the complete booklet of this, where exactly what is the tool we use, what is the link, and how we have used it in the classroom. So you can just have a sit back now, and later we can give you all the tools, what that is, especially the
You can
names and
take your notes, get your notes, take your notes so that once we are sharing the PDF with you, you don't have any other extra confusions or doubts. So that be clear with the concept that we are discussing here, after which you will get the PDF. And once you go through the PDF, you will have the links to all the EdTech tools discussed and all those details. So don't worry. We've got
Okay.
you.
So thank you for Rumi for that. So here, if you see that, I go to the next activity. When I go to the next activity in the student side, you will see that you have a poster activity. Here, you can actually go to add image. This is something like I can give for grade 5 and above. Even smaller students, even grade 4 students have done that. So basically, this is like giving a poster activity, a project-based activity where the students can research, like they can go to just click add image and find a robot that is used in the UAE, and then or an AI tool that is used in the UAE, and then just put the tool out there. They can just click on it, click save, and there you get the image. So this is for those who have actually not
Rasna,
haven't.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but then we
No
have a
worries.
question. What if students are getting left out? Students will not get left out because the maximum number of students is around 25, 20, 30 max. So you will have students, but then if they did not bring a device, we often encourage sharing with them, with their
Yes,
friends, because they have to collaborate. They have to learn what is collaboration. So we let them collaborate and use the devices by sharing it with each other. Yes, Rasna. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Cute drawings here. So you can see, like, I have a view of who are actually
That's
doing the
so
work.
fun. I'm sure that they're having much more fun there.
True.
Who's
So
that?
here, yes,
Kaina, you're creative. That's a little robot there.
yeah, and
Oh
there
my
is.
God. Go down, go down. I can see someone who's attached an image. Who's it?
Okay, Taslim has actually, so I can encourage the students. Okay, wow, Taslim has actually put a real
See,
robot, and she has
she's also answering the questions.
yes, exactly. She started answering the questions, and she's going to get a 2 points in ClassDojo, which I'm going to talk later. So these are the ways. These are the ways you could actually create. So basically, what I did is that I created a page, and you can create a PowerPoint and then upload it in the Nearpod as a
Anything
background.
works. You
Yes,
can
and
upload a document, PowerPoint, and also if this we have a lot of other responses as well.
Okay. So here we have lots of other, like here, Afra has put here, Afza is trying to draw. You can encourage them. Each one, we have a current activity going on, and we can see them who is actually doing. I can see here, look, Farheen hasn't started anything so far. So I can call out Farheen and
Rasna,
ask.
there is one more doubt. Like for instance, are these all classroom activities? Yes, I hope you understand that in mostly all the schools, right? Who's scribbling on the screen? See, we'll have to become teachers here. Okay, so yeah. So what I literally forgot what I was about to say.
Okay, so basically you were trying to say that you can see all the students here, and if in case they want to, like you can call out, encourage the students what exactly they can do, and you can also control their slide, so the students are locked in this slide and they won't be able to move in
Yeah.
other websites just
And we
because
have
of
one
this.
doubt asking if these are all classroom activities. Yes, and I hope that
Yes.
I just remember the point. I hope you know that in UA, mostly all the schools, the students bring their own devices, and we have the research time in every period, and we have to include ICT tools, EdTech tools in the UA. It is a must. So mostly all the schools have their students bringing in devices. So this is done during the classroom time.
Yes, and this is one of the activity I created personally for my classroom grade 4 lessons. And they had actually created a lot of I give them like 20 minutes time. They can research about the AI poster. And once they finish, they come in front of the classroom and press in. So this is where student focused learning is given more priority in UAE rather than just teacher talking time. So this is one way you could shift your focus to the student rather than you yourself. So this is one
I
activity.
hope that is with Nearpod, and maybe we can move
Yeah.
on to Class
Yeah,
Dojo.
so I will
Oh,
just now, there are so many activities. If you can see, like there's so many activities out there. You can, if it's a higher grade, you can change the teaching worksheets given. So I gave this one to the higher levels. The other one, I gave it to the smaller levels.
see, if you
There are
see this worksheet, this could be a very good icebreaker which you can give to the students on the first day of school to pair up with their team classmate, and then they could find things that they have in common. This could be a great icebreaker for them. Rasna, can I take over the screen?
Yeah, 1 minute, just a second. I'll just
Okay.
quickly show one more activity. Like instead of not just draw it is there is also text-based. Like you can see as a teacher, I can see how many students. So you can see that I can match the activity. Like this can be used as keywords, vocabs. So they have to match the keyword with the correct picture. So in this way, we can know as a teacher, if I click on the teacher side, I will see, so here I can see Taslim has answered and she got 3 out of 3. So I can just zoom in to show you how I have done that. Yeah, so see, she has got 3 out of 3. I can see Sano is trying to get 1 out of 3. So this is why I really like Kahoot, because it's like you can
Okay,
create.
so Zeba, how do we create these? You already have the templates. You don't have to put in the effort. So this is actually a time-saving tool. But so if you sit on to create these templates, then it is not time-saving for you. It's time-consuming, right? So you have all these templates that you can use by yourself. You just have to give in your topic, your images, and it's done. It's okay to go with. Yeah.
Yes. So there are so many activities out there. With time constraint, I cannot. Rumi is trying to move into the next stage. So I'll just show you, like you have unit. So this is my overall page. I have unit 3. There is icebreaker activity. There is like, even if you can see, like there is I will just show you the preview. There is not just there's just not one activity tool. Like if you can see here, I have like 2D shapes. I'll just show you how it is. There's so many things out there. There's library. You can explore. You can just go to YouTube and write how to create an activity using Nearpod, and you will see all the steps,
Yeah.
step by step, because I have to cover so many edtech tools here. So if you see that, I can just like put triangle shape. So there is drag and drop activity. There is droid tool, there is keywords, there is collaboration activity where you can brainstorm ideas, there is quiz inside this. So Nearpod is a tool where you can do all in one, and that's why I just kept it as a first, even though some of the teachers might know who are already existing, might have been using, but there are so many creative ways that beginners can also use Nearpod. Okay, so that's done. Rumi, you can take over, I think.
Yeah.
I'll just stop sharing.
Yeah. So I hope my screen is visible. So that was about Nearpod, and I'm sure that you loved the live demo. Did you? Can I get some thumbs up if you did? Did Rasna do a good job?
I'm still nervous.
You
Okay.
don't have to be. Yes, thank you so much. Okay. So yeah, the Nearpod progress tracking. This is what they just saw, right?
Yes, that's finished. That's done. Yeah, that's done. So you can also give that just yeah. There,
Yeah.
so that you can get the student report. I will be showing this in the few seconds. You can get the student report, which you can put it in your teaching portfolio or to show as an evidence on how you have used Nearpod. So just
So
go
you
to,
might
like
have
I
a
said.
confusion what teacher portfolio is. The word just came out of Rasna's. Rasna just blurted out it, but then we have it coming up in our next slides. Don't worry. So we'll see how you can integrate all of this into your portfolio and what a portfolio is. Yeah. So I think we
Okay.
can move on with, and we are going to the next one, ClassDojo. I'm sure that you're going to have a lot of fun here too.
Okay, so here in ClassDojo, I think I have to share the screen
You
again.
have to share. Yeah, I'll stop sharing.
Okay, perfect. So this
And
is the
we
second.
have Fadila asking if we can have a Q&A session after the
Yeah,
PPT.
sure,
Of
sure.
course. Do you think we'll run off right after the session? No, we'll be here.
Inshallah. Okay, so here, if you see that, this is one tool I finished, Nearpod. In Nearpod, while you do the activity, you might have seen that I put a small 2 points ClassDojo. So what is ClassDojo? For many teachers who are already working in the UAE, this might look that you already know. It's just
Yeah.
that I'm including for
But
the
then we
beginning.
want to make it fair, we want to balance both sides. We're coming up with rare EdTech
Class.
tools as well, but then we want to start with this because
These are the
yeah,
ones we found it
we
very
have
effective.
audience who are already using it. But can
Yes,
we get a quick yes or no if you are aware about ClassDojo or not?
they might
Just to
know.
get the
Some
metrics.
teachers in
Oh,
the UAE, sure, they know.
yeah.
If the teachers are not in the UAE, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yes, yes. So you can
Okay.
go
So
on.
I'll just quickly give you
Thank
a
you so much.
yeah, I'll just give you quickly glance over it. I don't want to take a lot of time. Just for those who don't know, ClassDojo is a classroom management tool where I am going to show you like can you put the link in the chat, Rumi, if you can? Otherwise, we'll
Yeah.
give the resources. So what exactly is that you have a class resources? You can make your own class. So for suppose I just want to show you a demo one. Yeah. So I just put a demo class here. So there is webinar heroes and there, I think that's demo class. Okay. So when I just go to demo class, you can see that I can give points on the students So I can actually go to students, like suppose there is Bina out there, if she's doing correctly or she's trying to, students love points, students love games, and because of that, they always look for points, they always look for rewards, they always look for, even though it's small for in front of our eyes, but as you might
You can
have.
encourage good behaviors in them. Is it a paid platform? No, you can
No,
use it
it's
by
never.
yourself. Yeah, it's not a paid
Yeah,
platform.
all
All
the
the edtech tools that we're discussing here, they're not paid, but then there are tools in which you can have a paid version to get more features, but then mostly all important features you get in the free version itself.
yeah.
So all of the edtech tools that we'd be mentioning in the session, totally free, but then you can have the paid version too. So here for ClassDojo, it is you can build good behaviors in children while you're appreciating them. We as human beings, we love appreciation, right? When we do something good, we want others to appreciate us. So that's the same thing that we do to kids as well.
Yes, so basically this is also like all the tools I've used so far in the class is free tool. They do have limitations, but alhamdulillah, so far I have only conveyed the free softwares that I'm using. So basically here, like you see that they have, like if suppose she's breaking the classroom rules, I can give her Bina as Bina a -2 points, and Mahra as if she's actively participating or on task, I can just give her 4 points. So this is why I'm showing you is that most of the time in the interviews, those who are actually looking for jobs or they are looking to upgrade to different schools, they usually ask like, how do you manage classrooms, or how do you encourage student behavior, or how do you encourage students to actually go around and complete the task, or how do you, like, these questions come in. So you could integrate edtech that in a way that the interviewer know that, okay, this teacher or this candidate actually knows about the edtech tools that are going around inside the in the GCC country. So this is one way of showing how you can say that I use ClassDojo to actually manage classrooms, and I encourage using positive points and need work points. So you could just mention that. You could also put it as a evidence to show that. And going back, can I go back to? I'll just can you share the screen, Rumi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how interestingly Rasna has set up something. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a small reward corner where the students can save up their points. So just giving points doesn't work, to be frank. So that's what I said. Tools don't give you job, but the outcomes do. So how did you integrate ClassDojo into a classroom management behavior? So you can say I made a small reward corner where the students can save up their points and buy. So you can see in the picture that I've actually put a ClassDojo store, and then for 10 points they get the points. They try to get the small gifts from the up.
They
It can
have to
be any.
exchange the points with the
Yes.
rewards.
And then if they have 20 points, they can choose from. So they're super excited. They're super excited to finish the work. They're super excited to answer the questions in the class. They're super excited to be the leader in the class just because of this ClassDojo points. They do not talk. I handle, and I deal with like 100% of my class students
But
are.
then
Yeah.
I'm sure the children love her so much because they're fighting for the lunch with teacher pass. So
Yes.
that's what they
So
want the most.
yeah, if you can't afford gifts, like not every teachers can do that. So you can make it as a pass. So basically, I said if you have like 50 points, you get a computer pass. So they come to the lab because I'm an ICT teacher, I'm a CCDI teacher. So basically, what they do is that they get 50 points. They try to get the 50 points, and they get the pass, and they can come in the break and play in the computer lab, which they all love it. And then there is no homework pass. So if they get 80 points, they get the no homework, and they don't have to
You
do
can
any.
keep the bar really high. Trust me, you can keep
Yes.
the bar really high. They'll try to earn it from you. So this
Yeah,
is
so
like
these,
earning it.
yes, so these are small real life classroom examples on how you could use the reward systems, how you could manage the classroom behavior. I understand it's completely like when we try to say that, hey, you have to make sure you participate, make sure you complete the project. Students don't work nowadays with that system. We need to show them points, game systems, or something creative to actually put them in the spot. So these are few ways. You can either use passes, with certain points, or you could use the gifts or rewards, anything, any creative. These are
There
few.
are some schools, there are some schools around the UAE who actually give you the money to get these things. If you can have a talk with the management system, they give you the allowance to get the reward gifts for your class. So that is not something that you have to take it out of your pocket too. Yeah. So yeah. And the n number of questions that I get is all about how do I manage a non-stop talking class so that the students work quietly, because children and talking, it is always, it goes together. We cannot pull that apart. They talk because as students we did too, right? When we were students, we were going into schools. I don't think we were that particular student who was very studious, sitting in the front bench, doing everything that the teacher says. No, we used to talk, we used to get into trouble. So of course we have to include all the students, but then do we have an edtech tool to deal with the talking class? And yes, we do have. And the most interesting part is that you don't have any logins, nothing, just search it up online and you get it on screen, start. So it's a very easy and quick way. Rasna, if you could just, but then I'll just
Yeah,
introduce
sure.
to you. It is Bouncy Balls, and I'll let Rasna share her screen to show you how it works.
Yeah, it's a very simple tool.
It's very simple. To be honest, you just have to search it up, like the website, and then you get it there. Only thing that you have to do is you'll have to give microphone access to the whole site so that they know if the class is noisy or not. And the way how it works is that it listens to the noise through the microphone, and if we can also adjust the sensitivity level, if you can let the students discuss. For instance, there might be activities where you want the students to discuss, but then you don't want them to shout. Yeah, so you can let them discuss. And Risna, can you share Bouncy Balls?
I did share. Rumi, can you stop sharing so that you can see?
I've already stopped sharing. Yeah.
Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, I can. I hope you all can see the screen, right?
I
Okay.
think.
So, for instance, Rasna, can you just talk?
Oh, hi. Hi, Rumi. Can you hear me? Can you see that once I
It
start?
says too noisy. Now, this is not a visual graphic. You have to connect it to the audio as well, because if it thinks that it has, oh my God, yes, it has a lot of graphics, and children go crazy for the emoji and eyeballs because it looks like someone is looking at them and they have the emojis, different faces. So you can play around and then,
Yes. When I'm
yeah.
trying to talk, that's more.
If you try to talk, that's going to tell you to be quiet. So so that's how bouncy balls work, and you can adjust the sensitivity level, as you can see through the corner, and then you have to give the microphone access, and you're done with. You can give them the task, turn on the bouncy balls, let them do their task, and you can give them a number. I give them a number, like if you get 3 shush from the device, that's a fail. So they don't want to fail as a class, say, so they try max to keep each other silent. Yeah. So that's about bouncy balls. I think we can.
Yes, I'll stop sharing, Rumi.
Yes, Shiba actually tells is saying that bouncy balls is the real game changer. Yes, it is, because we don't have to shush them. The AI does it for us, and then we can be the cool teachers. The AI becomes the main teacher who shushes them. Yeah.
Yes. And
So
it's app for KG and
sharing my
primary.
screen
Yes,
again.
Preeta, Preeti, right? Preeti, yes. She says that it's app for KG and primary.
Yes,
Yes.
very much. Oh, they love it. They love it because I
Grade
have a
7.
weekly session. Weekly once I have to deal with FS. FS is like the foundation stage. I had to, before I got promoted, I had to be with the FS students weekly once, and they love this. They try maximum to not make the balls bounce, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Even for grade 7, grade 8, it's all like the kids, even if we are grown up, we still love to be kids. So all grades, like grade 11 also, when they try to do the activities, when I just turn on
I
this and
just
say,
turn this on. Yeah, I keep this on and I tell them to do their task, and they know, my class knows that it's max 3 shushes. So it will not reach 3, trust me.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
one.
So now we are moving on to Book Creator. Book Creator is a subject specific tool. So this is a tool that any subject teachers can use. So when we discussed about the EdTech Stack, we had mentioned that you need a subject specific tool, right? So this could be a subject specific tool, and this can also be used for assessment. But then irrespective of the subject that teachers teach, we get a lot of doubts and a lot of questions from teachers from different fields. And to be honest, all the questions that we get are kind of similar. It shows us it actually proves us that you all have the similar doubts irrespective of the subject that you're following. For instance, how can I do the best demo lesson? How can I perform well for observations? Oh my God, observations, yeah. So how can I perform well for observations, and how can I manage a noisy class? I don't have a B.Ed. Can I teach? So we have a lot of, I think Rasna also, you also have come across the same or common doubts from our fellow teachers, right? About,
Exactly.
yeah,
Quite
about
norm.
CV, about creating the best CV, about creating the best PowerPoint. So I'm sure that many of you right here can relate with that as well. And as Resna is actually coming from a different background, she was an engineer who turned into a teacher. So she gets that question all the time: how do I change my career? I'm done with the corporate. I want to join the teaching field. Maybe it's because of the convenient timings or anything, but then she gets a lot of questions like that too. But then all of these teachers who come with all of these specific doubts, one thing in common is that they come with theory. They come with theory information and not practical experience of handling. For instance, they have a lot of, if you do a B.Ed, I think if you have done a B.Ed, you can relate with me. Who's using chart there? Who is actually using charts in their classrooms while we have an AI revolution going on? But I think the education system is not updated enough, and be it students who are doing a bachelor's in education, they struggle with charts and papers and pens. Trust me, we're not using that anymore. We're using Nearpod, we're using ClassDojo, we're using the reward system, Bouncy Balls. So the theory, I don't think theory works for education because
Basically, think of it like this. Like, if you want to work in the medical profession, do you think theory lessons alone are enough? I don't think so, because you need practical experience to deal with real patients, right? The same goes that, especially when many teachers, if like they come and say, how can I get into teaching? When they ask these questions, it's actually, I can say the
No,
strategy.
for instance, if you're working in a medical field, who are you dealing with? You're dealing with human beings. And when you come to the classroom, you're dealing with 25 plus human beings. And that too, students or children who have not reached the rational thinking age. So, how do you think you can handle them with theory, with lessons on paper? It has to be practical, and you have to have practical methods of dealing with unpredictable situations that might happen inside the classroom. Um, so here, Rasna has guided, I think you can explain it better how you've guided your teachers with live demos, portfolios. Um,
So
yeah.
basically, what I see as, like, I saw the difference between those who teachers who when I say I try to tell them the advice, but the thing is that when it comes to, like, some of them, they get the interviews, some of them try to go to the interviews, but the thing is that when in the interviews they actually ask to show the real scenarios, or like they are asked to take the
You know
demo.
that demo lessons are always a part of interviews, right? Once you get an interview, a demo lesson comes along with it. That is to show your practical skills. When you get into an interview, that is exactly where your theory is being practiced, but then that is just 20% of it. 70% or 80% of your probability of getting that particular opportunity that you're looking for depends on your practical skills that you can showcase during a demo lesson. So I think And which is why Rasna has shared her practical experience with the other teachers. And these are all the schools that her and the teachers that I've guided are working right now around the UAE. And we really think that we need a more practical based approach. Just now, we showed you how these edtech tools could be used. Yeah, we don't see anyone else, or we don't see schools guiding with such detailed or in person or practical steps, rather than just keeping on giving assignments. Even CPD sessions, I think it is getting a bit overrated, because the concepts are it's again theory that is being shared. There are, of course, practical CPD sessions, but it again goes into the lecture mode and not the practical hands-on experience as such. And
Mhm.
which is why we are
Which is
actually
why
excited right now. We have a small surprise for you, and I'm shivering.
I work on
Yeah.
we thought why don't we change this, like alhamdulillah, so far I'm able to give them advice, but I want to show them practically how to do this, how to actually teach in the way the teachers in the UAE school like it. So by just by giving theory lessons or online lessons, like you see, like if I can show you now the same settings, if I can show you in real practice lessons, it would have been more effective. You would have more confidence to show in the interview. So that's where we thought, why don't we
And
change this?
also, as we got the experience of guiding some teachers, we thought, why limit it a small number, and why not give the guidance that the teachers require in person and practical lessons, which is why I want to really give drum rolls, because that is something that I do in my class when I'm about to reveal something. But then, as we are all mute now, I'll do the drum rolls by myself. And maybe, yes, so we have the Redinc Academy, which we are initiating for the well being of teachers. And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
yes.
So basically, like we are trying to come up with the like we are trying to come up with lots of. We want more practical classroom lessons rather than just.
Oriented rather than just the theory that is being spread. And our first workshop, live hands-on workshop, is coming in the coming week, in 2 weeks. But then I'm literally shivering, that's why. But then, yeah, so we are just giving importance to quality rather than quantity, which is why we're only opening up 14 slots right now for our first live hands-on teacher workshop, the Classroom Code by Reading Academy, inshallah.
Right.
And
We are only focusing on the UAE candidates because we are going to do it practically. We are going to do in a practical
in
set
person,
out.
we have been hunting for the space, right space, and alhamdulillah, we have found a very cute and really aesthetic space for our workshop. Inshallah, we'll be sharing the details soon, but then let's get back to our session. So we stopped with book creator, and that's where we're gonna start.
Okay, so for book creator, Rumi, can you go to the next slide?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, so the book creator, like Rumi said, it's a subject-based. These, like I saw so many comments saying that in India these tools or these edtech tools are not used and they're not allowed. But it's okay. Like if you really want to get in the work in the GCC, I suppose that most of them who have joined here are actually looking how to get into UAE schools, right, or GCC schools or wherever abroad schools. So you have to learn these. It's not like you have to implement it within your classrooms. Maybe you can try it if you don't have that opportunity to actually try with your real class. You can actually, maybe you're doing a tutoring, or you can do with your
This
own
is really
student.
interesting because the students themselves get to create a book. Imagine if we are to create a book, how happy we would be. Yeah.
Yes.
And this gets published online, and they feel like they are a published author of something. And that's really a very good credit that we can give them. You can use it for your subject, you can use it for assessment. And this is actually a book that has been created for science lessons as such, right?
So I'll just show you how. Can I share the screen, Rumi? Can you stop sharing?
Fine. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the screen now? Rumi, can you see the screen?
I can see bouncy balls. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah.
Can you put the link for the so for those who are
Yeah.
looking You can also access the book. So basically, this is a student savior. How a teacher can creatively teach science lessons about the respiratory system. So basically, you can see that using the book creator app, the teacher has actually used the student assigned the student with a project, creative project activity with the topic respiratory system. This is one example of one student, but different students came up with, but this was a good example. So I just want to show you how you can creatively show
Here,
up.
the student has included the image that is being drawn by himself. This makes it authentic, right? It feels like he has created the book because he wrote, and it might have mistakes. Leave it, because this is a book that they have created, and this could be a really good assessment tool to show their progress, to show what they have learned.
So this is one way, like here, how lungs work. So this can be an activity that can be done after you teach the lesson
And
about.
Rasna, can you just try to play the audio as well? Because I would
I
want
will
it for my.
audio feature.
Carbon dioxide goes back out your lungs and through your windpipe. Then it goes out of your nose.
Did you hear that,
Yes,
Rumi?
yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So
Did it.
each one, they were trying to do these. So they are trying to document their own. You can do this with your own kids. You don't have to, if there is limitations in your class, in your school, you can just do with your own kids. Take the sample and put it in a portfolio. So I'm going to show that. So here, if you see,
The goat's brain was squishy like a sponge.
so they can actually record, they can do all the system like a real project, but a creative way of actually giving a word file and then asking them to type in, find the research, do the research activities like Brook Creator. The link will be there in the chat, I believe.
So
Rumi,
for
it is.
science lessons, you know that you have to come up with an inquiry where they have to show the progress where they have learned something. So you can see how the student is questioning himself, and then he comes up with the answer after his research. So this book proves everything that he knows about the respiratory system. And I want to take it to the English as well. I'm an English teacher, so English teachers, pure gem. Because if you want to prove that your students have been working on a narrative fiction, adventure story, let them write it, let them create it, let them do the artworks, design the cover page, leave it to them. And they can also give an audio file where they're reading it out. So this speaking, done. Listening, done. Reading, done. Writing, done. ICT, done. So it's an all in all thing for English teachers, pure gem. So they can write their own stories, or they can they can write a review on something. So yeah, so for literature, this is the tool and the feature where you can, yeah, I'm sorry, you can play it.
Oh my God.
Basically,
That's so cute.
classroom also, it's wonderful. I have tried it with my classroom students, or you can assign it as a homework,
Uh,
or you can do as a
Insha asks how we can implement this in KG level. Yes, you can. Give it as a home assignment if you want, or you can actually create a manual on how to use this, download it, and you can give this as a homework, or make them do everything there. They can just attach the photos. It's really easy to do. Once you can, we will be sharing the PDF with you as we had mentioned. So once you get into it, you will know how easy it is to build a book, because you just have to give in the images, record the voice, and it's done.
Yeah, so I will say one more, I will add
Yeah.
one more, Rumi. This I actually, for these things, there's already templates inside the book app. I am not able to sign in now. I forgot to keep it signed. I'm so sorry for that. But you could just go to, like I said, theory lessons or online lessons. You can just explore. Nowadays you have YouTube. So just type in book creator, and there's so many templates out there, pre-made templates. You don't have to create this template
Yeah,
because
that's where can I take up the screen?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll stop sharing.
Yeah. So this was about English, and then once we move on, I hope the screen is visible to you. These are all different types of works that has been created using the book creator, and the link has been shared in the chat. So please check the chat. Whatever it is, you can let them create a portfolio, self-introduction, fiction, non-fiction,
Yeah,
everything.
for all grade levels. Like them used as the assessment tool? Of course, yes. You creating nowadays with ChatGPT and so many AI tools, it's easy for students to just copy the answer and put it out. But when you give tasks like these, it's creative. Number one, they need to put a hard work. They actually try to
And the
bring.
audio is a really good feature. They have to speak up. There's no other way. So English teachers, if you want your children to speak up, the book is right here.
Yes, anywhere. Is this someone is asking, is this also in GCC schools? Anywhere you can be creative. You as a teacher has the flexibility to actually
You could be
instead.
the one who's introducing this to your whole school.
Yeah.
See? So, and I feel that many children, especially as an English teacher, many students of mine are really shy to talk up. But then they know that this book is going to be their safe space. Yeah. And they're gonna open up, they're gonna read. So you can assess their speaking skills really easy.
Exactly. And you could make it in from grade one. There is KG. I've seen the book. I'm not able to log in, but you could also see like in KG, like you could give the
The
grade level.
FS, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you give the grade level, a KG or FS or pre-primary, whatever it is. There is KG like cursive writing inside. The templates are there. There are templates where you can just take a photo and ask the students to speak. Maybe they don't know how to write in English, so you can just ask them to speak. This is the one small way you can use within any students or your own kids to actually
Yeah.
improve their communication
You
skills.
can create a proof with your own students for your portfolio if you're not an experienced teacher. So, coming back to the sandwich. So, I'm sure that our learning objective should have been kind of accessed by right now that you got to know around for edtech tools. And let me tell you about the sandwich. Let's revise it once again. You needed to have one subject tool, right? So you had your subject tools, Nearpod, Book Creator, go for your subject tool, classroom management, Bouncy Balls, ClassDojo, all done with. And then one assessment tool, again, you can do your assessment using Nearpod and Book Creator. So this is the 3 edtech stack that you need rather than the overwhelming hundreds of edtech tools that you have. Now, I'm not telling you that do not go for the others, do not go for Kahoot, do not go for anything else. No, it is your choice. But then we gave you 2 examples each for the 3 tool edtech stack. So you can find yours, you can do the research. Yeah, Rasna.
Yeah, these are beginner friendly, to be frank. Like, I want to consider all the audience. There's audience when I check, like, there are many of them who don't know any tools. So I don't want to give them a lot of tools and then.
I would not say that these are beginner friendly. These have extensive features as well, but then the beginner features as well. So it is a combination of both. For ClassDojo, you can go with the basics. For Nearpod, you can go with the basics. Book Creator, you can go with the basics with just 2 pages or 3 pages. But then if you want to take it to the advanced level, you have those features as well. So it's balanced. So we were looking for a balanced edtech tool for all the audience that we have, and we
Yes,
concentrated
and
on
we
these.
have included those who are keen to interested to know what are the other edtech tools that works. We have actually created a booklet, a free booklet. Inshallah, at the end of the session, we'll be sharing it the WhatsApp group. So there we have given extra resources because we don't have time to actually go in everything and show everyone. So what we have done is that we have given the different tools that we are using and what are the link and how we are using in the class. You can use that as a later as a homework maybe.
Inshallah. And also, I think, Rasna, you will have to take up the screen and be ready with your devices because remember the Kahoot, we're going back.
Okay, perfect. So thank you, Rumi. So now to scan, just let me check if I am sharing my screen.
You know,
Just okay, 1 second, Rumi.
yeah.
Um, just let me know. Okay, is my screen shared now?
Yeah, it's visible. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let me just go to the next activity. Are you in the Kahoot? If you are not logged in, can you just log in? The game pin is here. If
Yeah,
you see
no,
at the
no,
end,
we have actually provided it in the chat box.
yeah,
Please go to the link.
have logged out of the game pin, you can just go again, I think, or maybe I start a new one. Maybe I start a new one, right? That would be better. I don't know if it will work now, but just see. Let me see if the participants are already here. Um,
If you have the participants, then I think you can move on with that.
but just let me see because we have to wait all over again, right?
Yeah.
Just let me see. I'm not able to
Or
see.
I think they can use, yeah,
I
okay. We'll do one thing. We can use the chat box for this. Yeah.
Okay, if you're already using the Kahoot, the game pin is there down.
If
It's
you
7.
don't have the pin, just do one thing, just use the chat box, because now I'm teaching you one more skill. How do you adjust if tech fails? See, so that that just happened here. So tech, we cannot rely on tech forever. We cannot, assure the performance of technology. So if it fails, you need to have a backup. Let it be whiteboards, let it be notebooks, anything, but then have a backup. So right now, those who have joined in Kahoot, you can give your responses. If you have not, see, we
Just go
don't
to
have any answers, so I think all got logged out. Yeah. So
that.
please use the chat box, and try to answer the questions. You have 1 minute left. How do you add edtech skills to your CV? That's the question. So maybe Rasna. Oh, you've got 2 answers, Rasna. Three
Some of
answers.
them. Thank you. I'm so
Yeah, I think they're
happy.
joining in.
Okay, so the game pin is also down, or you can just use the, I don't want to stress you all. If you cannot, just go to the chat box and comment. How do you add edtech skills?
Aisha has used the chat box. I can see that. Thank you, Aisha.
So, yeah, some of them have used the chat box. Some of them
We
have,
have 10 responses. Yeah, 45 seconds left.
yeah,
That's what I do in my class. I go around, I walk around, and I be like, 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left.
yes. And this is how you have to show in the demo lessons. Like you have to show that you're active
You
and
have to move around, trust me. Don't
yeah,
stand there.
you have to encourage the students to actually join. So I have 21 answers on my Kahoot and in my chat.
I think they cannot access the chat box. If you can just quickly check that. Yeah, they can, right? Okay.
Should.
They can, they
So,
can.
okay. Perfect. So there are so many of them. Shahzadi is saying how we used and the outcomes. Perfect. Shaista is saying
Yeah,
use.
from the chat box, I think I'll handle. Maybe you can check the screen. We have 30 answers. So you can see how many answers. See, you get the number.
Okay. So,
33. And then,
okay. So I'll just see the answers here. Oh, so many of them.
okay.
No, some of
Showcase my skills, hands-on experience, measurable impact by incorporating impact. Yes, you should show impact. Very good. So I think this was a successful lesson.
Nearpod.
It's not over yet, trust me.
Shopping impact, very good. EdTech skills, measurable impact. So many of them have said impact certificates. Wow, interactive designing interactive lessons with technology. Excellent. I can add ClassDojo. Wow, one student.
And we have Fatila mentioning about how we can add screenshots of using edtech tools. Yes, you can.
Perfect. That's a very good answer, and that's what we were looking for with practical results of reports. Wow, one student have said
Trust
that.
me, as teachers, we are happy with the lesson.
So here, if you see in my skills section, I can add as a EdTech integration. Well done. I'm happy to see the results here. And in the chat, what do you think, Rumi? Is it
Yes,
there?
yes. It says that's what I read out. Name the edtech tools and their outcomes. So we have the word outcomes repeating. Very good. Alignment, pedagogy, adding screenshots, mentioning the teaching strategies, how we used edtech tools and their outcomes, capability of using latest edtech tools. That's it. Very
Perfect.
good.
Hey, so I can see that most of the answers were covered, but still I will be, can I, oh, am I
Yeah,
sharing? Oops.
I've
Okay.
shared. So, so you can show edtech tools in several ways. You can include it in your CVs, but then we get asked a lot, what should we add on our resumes? But then we thought of rephrasing the question. Let us tell you what not to do. Okay. Let us tell you what not to add in your resumes, the resume red flags. So we have actually created it out for you, the PDF. We will be sharing it as a resource, but then I want Resna, if you can just share it on screen so that they know what they're getting. Yeah.
Can you stop so that
Yeah,
I can see?
I've.
Can you see mine? Oh,
I can, no, I cannot.
I'll just stop sharing and I will just share again. Sorry for that. Um, okay, yeah, I got it. Perfect.
I think I saw the PPT. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's visible. It's visible. Thank you.
So this is the one we are going to share. This PDF we are going to share on the in your WhatsApp group, inshallah. And the thing is that here many of them know how to actually, like, especially when I talk to my clients, many of them know that they have to include edtech tools in the CV, but they don't know what are the mistakes they might be making. So I will just point out those few mistakes that commonly made. So let me just go to the, yeah. So the first one is that they most of them, they write use Kahoot, use quizzes, use Nearpod, use
They just
Seesaw.
list it as a, for instance, I
Yes, it's
have a
like
bag, I have a hat, I have shoes, I have clothes. So you list it out just like you have a shopping list, yeah? But then you don't focus on the formula. Many of us don't focus on the formula. So I think you can fix it by adding a special formula into your line, which goes like you have to mention the tool, the pedagogy, and the
the focus
impact
on the
on the result.
exactly. So, like, I have written an example for you all. If you are confused, if you don't know how to frame those sentences, so you can basically write, like, look at the difference. Like, if you just write used Kahoot or Nearpod, and one of the teachers, they have written use Nearpod to run quick check-in calls during the KS2 science lessons, which helped identify misconceptions early. As a result, term 2 exit tickets became noticeably more accurate. The thing is that you don't have to write this much in detail, or the thing is that I want to show you how detailed you can go for one edtech tool. This shows the recruiter, or this shows the HR, that the teacher really
Oh,
knows
sorry, I
how
was
to
on
use the.
mute. We're not telling you that you have to have like a paragraph for your point, but then we are telling you what all things that you can add. It could be just the first part of the sentence, or the second part, or the third part. It could be just a one-liner, but then you could see what tool you used, what and where did you use it, in which part of the lesson did you use it for your starter, your AFL, your model teaching, and what result did you get. So can we move on to the next one, Rasna?
The second one, I think we're running out of time.
Not
So
giving a curriculum context. So if you, whichever curriculum that you are going for, just mention it. And then the next one is about, yeah,
yeah, this, I
uh,
have given all. Yes, you can just read it. What
yeah,
exactly?
it's all there. This resource is going to be shared with you. So can we quickly move on to the next because I think
Third
we're
one,
running out of time. Yeah.
the third one.
So the third one is about adding inclusion or accessibility lens. This just tells you that there is a concept of differentiated learning that has to be followed in the UAE schools and many schools around the world. Your classroom cannot seen as one single classroom. You have to have your low achievers, your middle achievers, your high achievers. You have to have the segregation, and your results, your resume lessons, your resume lines should show that.
So we have used a few tools like Diffit for differentiation, which we have mentioned in the PDF, which we are going to share at the end of the. So you
Yeah,
can
and
just look. Yeah.
towards the end of this PDF, you have a lot of copy paste lines, which we have provided to make it really easy for you. Copy ready CV lines. That's the line that we came up with. And you can read through it,
Yeah,
just
you can edit it
have
as,
fun. Yeah.
yeah, and however you want. You can also use ChatGPT for your help. So you can basically say, if you have a Nearpod lesson, you can just take a screenshot and put ChatGPT which lesson you used it, and then ChatGPT can write for you a similar thing, which you can just put it out in your CV. Just to show these things, I want to make sure, because it's to be honest, it's very competitive out there,
And
and
also, yeah. So here I also, yes, the competition, but then just can you go a little bit up above, Risna? Because we have concentrated on both real beginners and the in-service teachers, because that is the wide audience that we have. So we have given you CV lines accordingly. So please go through the whole document and feel free to play with the lines, copy paste, and generate your own using AI. So Risna, can I just quickly
yes,
share?
I
Yeah.
just stopped sharing. Okay, I'm so sorry for taking a lot of time. I think
It's
it's
fine. This is so. This was actually meant to be our checklist, so we just had to run through it. So I think that is clear for you as a concept. Now, yes. So there's one HR friend of mine. So once we had a chat, and she told me how she had a teaching position vacancy in the school that she was working for, and she had approximately 2,000 applications for the same. So, how do you think you can stand out from the crowd? Can I just give you a first 1 minute? Can we use the chat box? And can I get some responses for the same? Let me see if you know how to stand out from the crowd, because the crowd that you're going to face, as Rasna has mentioned, it is intensive, it is competitive. So how do you think you can stand out? ATM,
Okay.
friendly resume. What else?
Cool. What else?
What else?
In ways we could actually stand out. EdTech educator.
EdTech tools. Good.
Ways as
Being
it's
more skillful.
being more
Okay, fine. So let me tell you this. Well, once you are applying to a school, you would be sending in your details, right? You would be sending in your resume, your profiles. So there is something that you can work on as a teacher. So that is where I want to introduce the concept of portfolio. So now, what is a portfolio?
Suhaira
Many
has
of
mentioned.
us, yeah.
Suhaira has mentioned that make a good portfolio.
Oh, so Hera, yes, you got it right. So a portfolio. So what do you think is a portfolio? Let us take an example of a graphic designer. Okay. For instance, a graphic designer designs their portfolio in a way where they visually represent things that they have done. For instance, what is a CV? You're writing things down. You're writing what you've done in words using letters. But then when it comes to a portfolio, you show them. You don't tell, but you show. There is actually a strategy called don't tell, but show. So that is what you actually do. You show them the works you have done, where you have worked with. So this is for a graphic designer. So how do you think your LinkedIn profile, yes, that plays a part, but then how do you think you can design a similar one for teachers? You can create your own teacher portfolio, teaching portfolio, where you can give the screenshots of the edtech tools that you've used, the resources that you have used. You can talk about your experiences, but then you can have visual graphics in it, and this could be a PDF. Yeah, this could be formatted as a PDF, and you can share it along with your resume to the school that you're applying for. This will make you stand out of the crowd, of the 2000 crowd that is applying for one particular position. Yes, resumes are usually 1 to 2 pages. Yeah, I think Muslima Hijabi has got it right. Yeah. So because resumes are always, it has a strict word limit. You have to fit it into 1 page or a 2 page maximum. But then, yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Shaista is now to point out saying that as a beginner, we can only show how skillful we are. We can tell them practically if they give us a chance. So see, Shaista, people doesn't. The thing is that we can't change them. They are
You
always
cannot change the norms or routines, but you can start it small. Start it from your home.
Yeah, so what you could do is that you could just do it with your home, take a picture of it, and show how you could use that, how you will use that in the classroom. So small actions actually you trying to put in an effort and show the recruiter, hey, I know how to teach like this, give me a chance. Then maybe if still they didn't give a chance, then that makes sense. But if you put
I'm sure that you might have all got little cousins or nephews or nieces in your home. Collect them all, yeah. Give them the task to do. Let them do it for you. Collect the
yeah,
evidence and put it up. And are we supposed to share portfolio with resume? You can if you are sending a mail to your recruiter. If you're attaching your photo, your resume, I think of course you can add one more file. There's no offense there.
yeah, Rumi, one thing I want to, like Kenneth has raised a good point. Are we allowed to add pictures in the portfolio? Yes. Is it allowed to share pictures in the UE? We are not allowed to share the pictures of the students, but you can definitely put out your work out there. Like you don't have to show the pictures of the students nor the name details of the students. You just have to black it out or cross it, or like you can put
You can blur it out, but then you can show your outcomes. So we'll go back to where we started with. So you have to show your outcomes, not your students. You're not showing the students that you have taught. You're not sharing the identity of the students. That is not allowed here or anywhere because of security reasons. Yeah. Okay. So Nadia, can you share an example of portfolio? Exactly. So that's where we're going for. So we have created a teacher portfolio, but then trust me, guys, it's so vast, it's so huge. We have a lot of sheets, and we are really running out of time. So we would be focusing on the edtech tool pages. Such as I mentioned, a portfolio can have a lot of factors about yourself, and we are actually covering the whole portfolio for our workshop as such. But then here we do not have the time to focus on, but so we have just taken out the edtech tools page, and we will tell you how do we fill in this edtech tools page. Yeah, so we will be sharing this with you as well. The file will be shared with you, and we have given you the prompt. Yeah, we're making it so much easier for you. Trust me, I wish I had someone like this to tell me when I started teaching here. because this is something that we have learned through a lot of trials and errors.
Yeah, it's very like we need to stand out. There's no other way out. We can complain, we can blame ourselves, but the thing is that the way to show them that, hey, give us a chance. This is small things, but it's not mandatory. I'm not saying without a portfolio, schools won't accept. No, 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 no. It's just that if you are trying and you're not getting in the schools, maybe you can add a teaching portfolio to enhance your application level. So here, if you can see on the screen here, I have given like I'm going to show you next page. Can you show me the next page, Rumi?
Yeah, so here we have the prompt, and Rasna will tell you how she has used the prompt to fill in the EdTech tools. It's just very simple. Yeah.
Yeah, so here, if you see the portfolio proof, the thing is that this prompt, I will be putting it, we'll put this prompt and we'll give you this resources in your WhatsApp group or wherever you want. And then the second thing I want to show you is that, can you see that EdTech tool slide there? So here, what you have to do is that basically,
Yeah, attaching a screenshot of your outcome right there, and along with the screenshot, the prompt that we have provided, you can just copy paste that prompt, and the AI, if you're using ChatGPT is going to ask you a lot of questions. Just give just 3 questions, yeah. If I'm sure ChatGPT is going to ask you 3 questions, just give the responses. We have programmed ChatGPT to ask you only 3 questions. Trust me with that.
See, I've used Nearpod. So what I did is I took a screenshot of Nearpod lesson. It doesn't have to be that you have used in real classroom. People keep asking me this question. So you don't have, if you are a beginner, you didn't get any chance to show the experience in your classroom. You just can't do it with any of the students or volunteer in any schools or classrooms or anything you can do, and just put a screenshot of what you have done, then write the objective of the lesson, and then what you did, and then what is the impact. So what
No, you don't have to write all of this. Actually, the prompt that we have provided, you can copy paste into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to ask you 3 questions, answer them, and boom, you're done. Okay, you just have to copy paste it here. So, is attractive and colored portfolio ATS friendly? We are not uploading this online in the website. We are just sharing it with your recruiters, right? They're human beings, they're not ATS. So the human beings, as human beings, they'd be happy to see this. They would be really happy to know that you know these edtech tools, and they would be really happy to see your outcomes too. So summing it all up, but then we're not done. We're moving on to the Q&A session. Right before that, just summing it all up, why did we keep this session? Why edtech tools? 4 answers: time efficiency, career enhancement, make sure it assures that you're future ready, and it shouts out your digital fluency, which is what
the crowd, like we said, it is helping you to stand out from the crowd. It's the GC, I'm not sure about the Indian schools, but GCC schools are looking for digital fluent teachers, especially with the AI becoming norm, and it's getting more.
Yeah, it's a revolution right now. But quickly, can I just answer Insha? Insha is asking if portfolio is just one page. No, Insha, portfolio is a huge document. Trust me, it's not a single page.
We'll send
We
you the
don't have.
template. We'll send you the template.
We'll send you the template, but then we don't have the time to discuss of all of it in detail. So this session as such is focused on EdTech tools. So that's why we just filled in the EdTech page of the portfolio. We did not go to the rest of the pages yet. We don't have the time for that. I'm really sorry. So before the Q&A session, as we are teachers, we would like to give you all a homework, and I would like to do the homework by myself as well. This is because having a social portfolio is also really important. If you have seen the pages of portfolio that we have created, a social image is really important for you to show your credential as a teacher. And it is not, not talking about Instagram, other photos that you post. I'm talking about LinkedIn. So you have to have a cool LinkedIn account where you post about education. If you post about education and if you post your outcomes, well and good. See, the recruiters can just go to your LinkedIn page. You can also link it in your resume. So the difference here is that there might be schools where you cannot send your portfolio. So if you create a social portfolio for you using your LinkedIn page, that proves the worth. You can add the hyperlink in your ATS friendly resume. And once you apply using your resume, the recruiters get into your LinkedIn profile and they get to see your outcomes and the sessions you have done, your certifications, your qualifications.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're moving on to our homework. So let's do this together. So we're gonna take a screenshot of this lesson. We're gonna give you a reason to start your LinkedIn post if you have not posted it, after which we are soon moving on to our Q&A session. So take a screenshot, get a screenshot. Do tell me when you're taking screenshots so that I can post. Yeah. So get a screenshot, and I think, yeah,
Yeah, you
I
can,
want to do it as well along with them. So can I just do that? Can I
yes,
see my screen?
share your screen. Yeah, just take a screenshot of what you have learned. It can be Nearpod, it can be Kahoot, it can be whatever we have learned so far. Just take a small screenshot and put it in LinkedIn. This is just, it's not mandatory. It's just to show you a
Yeah, just to show how you can share. For instance, this was a webinar based on EdTech tools. So if you want to show out to your recruiters that this is something that you have learned, for instance, if you can even generate a caption stating how you have learned Bouncy Balls, how you have learned ClassDojo, or any tools that you have come across, just put up a caption and the screenshot, and you're done with one accomplishment on an educational qualification that you have done.
if you tag us, I'll repost the story. So that
Oh, so the way that LinkedIn works is that, for instance, if you tag us, we can come and respond to your post. And once we respond, your post will go to our connections as well. That is called networking. So if you're into it, do it. And then we will be there under your post, commenting back and responding back. Let's see. Okay. So I hope you have your screenshots, and I'm sure that I'm going to be talking in your screenshots. It's okay.
Can we just take a photo and put it in our LinkedIn Rumi?
Oh,
Maybe we
yeah.
can do that.
I want to take one as well. Mm-hmm.
Like, how do we do that? Yeah, I can see it.
I'm done.
Yes, I got it. Okay, just
Oh,
let,
if you want to turn on your cams, feel free.
if you don't
I'll
want it.
go in 3, 2, 1.
Perfect.
Oh, we have
Okay.
more joining. Okay, sorry. In 3, 2.
Sorry, tag a photo and I'll
Okay,
tag you.
we'll give you 2 minutes to get ready.
Okay, I see a real teacher there with a good background, Taslima. Hi, Taslima. She's a real teacher there. Like, I see a background there. Cool.
I mean, she's using Zoom for her sessions, of course. We can see that there, yeah. So, oh my God, we have a lot of them. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So in 3, 2, 1.
Jeez. Okay, so that was a small fun session, I believe. Okay,
I hope so. So I think, oh,
you can share your screen.
my
Yeah,
screen is shared, right? I can
Mhm.
only see you guys right now. I'm sorry.
Just share your screen.
I'm sorry. Let me check again. Is my screen visible right now?
Muslima, yes, just take one small step. When you do one small step, it's not mandatory, but if you take a small
Yeah,
step,
yeah, yeah. We're just giving you a push. We're giving you one reason to start with your LinkedIn social profile if you have not.
yeah,
Because we are
it's
giving you one step to start with your social portfolio.
yeah, it's not easy. I know. Even me myself, when I post something on social media, I think like 100 times. But it's all about
For those who might know my profile, I'm not such a huge creator like Rasna, but then I have a small audience. I do not even show my face. I was I would say I was shivering to come on stage right here, but then I took my first step. So I urge you to take yours.
small. Whatever you learn, if you do some small steps, like if you did a Nearpod activity with your kids, just take a photo of it, what you have done,
Yeah,
and ChatGPT is there to write for you the story, and then just put it on the LinkedIn. No one
tag
wants.
us there, and I'm sure I'll be there in your comment section.
Yeah. Okay. So we can go for Q&A. We are
Yeah,
running out
so
of.
we can move on quickly to the Q&A session. I'm so sorry that we've taken so much time from yours. If we can quickly jump on to the comment section, shoot some questions,
Yeah.
and
Questions is asked now. We'll give maybe a few minutes for that, and then we will. In between, Rumi, can you just put the Padlet feedback link so that
Yeah,
anyone.
if you want to share the feedback, those who do not have any questions and you're happy with the session, you want to rush back to your daily life fast, just leave us a feedback there. This is Padlet, and we're going to show how Padlet works towards the end of the Q&A session. This is also one tool that I use in my lessons on a daily basis to collect feedback, to do assessments. So we'll get to that once you've put up your feedbacks. Before that, going into the chat box, Rasna.
One question that I have, whether we have to use any app for portfolio or we can use Word. You can completely use words. So we'll give you the template. What you have.
You can use Microsoft Word, that is enough. If you
Oh,
have Canva, that's a good thing. But then
it's
we
all,
will give you the template.
yeah, it's all about, like, I have seen teachers who when I go to the interview, there are teachers who come up with laptop and they just show the portfolio there. So you can make a PowerPoint and then just go over, like maybe you're nervous. So if you make a PowerPoint and show them, see these are the strategies I used, or these are the tools I know, or these are the
Yes.
or these are the
That's an easy way to give them a visual understanding. Text, seeing text. Imagine the HRs are also human beings. They're seeing text all the time. So if they see something that stands out, then that might be your place, right? And Aisha Wasim has asked, have you ever used audio amplifiers at school? Yes, I have. Once I got really sick and I had to use it. There was no way. And but then other than that, I right now after promotion, I'm dealing with the girls so much, so I don't have to use it with them. But in the boys section, yes, I do that.
Okay. And yeah, do we get a recording of this session? Yes, we can give you.
Inshallah, inshallah. Let me see if it was recorded well or not.
Sure. And can you share
Thank
us?
you for the informative session. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair. Thank you.
And can you
Um,
share a CV sample? Okay, we'll share it just in the group, in the WhatsApp group which we created. Just ask there. I'll just remind me there. I'll share a CV
Oh,
sample.
so those who have put up the feedbacks, thank you so much for your feedbacks. But then can you quickly scan the QR code that is shown on the screen and can you put copy paste your feedbacks there as well? Because we want to show you how Padlet works. So can you do that? Thank you so much.
I'll just share the screen for the
I,
Padlet.
I'm not sharing the screen.
I will share the
No,
screen for.
let them use the QR code as of now and maybe after 2, 3 minutes of
So give the link. Oh, that's
highly productive 2 hours despite being a weekend. Oh my God, don't tell me. Thank you so much.
what would be great tool to make a nice portfolio? I've seen people making portfolio with Canva. Of course, Canva is a very good tool to make
Yes,
portfolio.
yes.
Please go ahead with it.
Go ahead.
Uh, if you can get, like, if you're creative, you can use Canva. Try to stand out. That's what I said.
Because as of now, trust me, portfolios don't have an ATS system working. So be creative.
Yeah, and if you are sending an email to your school, career website, or any email ID to a recruiter, just mention that in your cover letter. See, I have attached a portfolio, so and so, just have a view. So when they see
Yeah.
an attachment with the portfolio, maybe they will just go through and see, oh, okay, she knows it. Let me just call for her for an interview. So this is small ways you can just shine out.
There's no risk. There is nothing offense and and trying it out, right? So try it out.
Okay, so Fariha asked how to explain a career gap for around 9 years. Took time to care for parents pregnant. See, Fariha, this is what I said. See, career gaps happen. We are all human. And I basically, after teaching in Saudi for 6 months, I took a 4 year career gap and then joined here. Then I came to UAE and then started working. So basically, what I did was I tried to learn what are the teachers using inside the UAE schools, or because I'm looking for UAE schools, I looked at the UAE. So it's almost same all over GCC. So just look at the teachers, ask the teachers what are the tools you're using. Go to the YouTube, find out. There are so many resources now out there. There are YouTube. There are free
Yes,
certificates.
and also trust me, you get a lot of templates. You just have to fill in. And for filling in, you have AI. So I would say there is minimal effort from my side, but then if we are ready to put that in, you get a very spectacular outcome.
Yes. So yeah. So I
Yeah, I
was.
think you can share the Padlet screen, Rasna. I'll just stop it here. Thank you so much for your questions. And now we're going to tell you how Padlet works. So right now I shared a QR code. We are not sure how many of you used it, but then let's see if you have used it or not. So once the teacher opens up her Padlet screen, she would see the
Oh,
responses that you have
oh,
shared.
thank you
Oh
so
my
much.
God, that's so good. See?
So we have, see, can you see that this is one tool, like I just
This
use
is
the
one last tool that we kept it for the end because we wanted to show your reviews there. So
I can get all the students working at the same time. This is one thing. Second thing, I can get all the results. I don't have to correct it there. I can go home and check the C's.
yeah,
I can
this stays there. Padlet stays there. It does not go off. Yeah,
I can give comments, I can upload, I can even put a video, link, audio. So there's so
anything
many.
works.
Yeah. So when you show these to the, like anyone, I'm saying you don't choose all the tools out there. To focus on any three you want to learn, like one assessment, like she said, the burger sandwich. Just focus that, and then go to YouTube, learn more
Uh,
about it.
Admin, if you could be, it could be better if you can share the link of Padlet in the chat box. So
Yeah.
I think,
So
yeah.
yeah, please share the
Thank you
link.
so much for your reviews. We'll keep this close to our heart. And
Thank you for taking your time, and I hope we
I
did.
I know, right? They wrote a lot. I did not expect this much. Thank you so much.
And I hope we did the best we could. I know we had a short time. If you have any questions or queries, you could just we can keep WhatsApp group open.
Rasna, can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much.
yeah, and there is LinkedIn also. You can ask questions there. Where is that? Yeah, and we'll also give the link. So do you see that these things? That's it for. So I can also share
One
pictures.
sec.
These
I'm
two.
not being able to share. I can
What
see your screen still. Yeah.
I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there goes. Fine. So we come back to our learning objective once again. Your tools are not the story, but then what you create with your outcomes is how you show it to your recruiters is the story. That is about what you can do to the education industry. What you as a teacher can do, you have to show that out. There's no way that they can read it from the lines that you write it in your CV. So if you have a portfolio, well and good. If you can show the outcomes, well and good. If you can show the numbers, well and good. Yeah. So I think that's it. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for all the time that you spent here. It's almost 2 hours or
Yeah.
yeah.
And sorry for those who had some other schedules. And thank you for.
Real apologies because we had to look into a lot of things and we had to face some kind of a technical issues before getting into this. So I think we got to solve a lot of confusions that you had. And I think I hope that the session was helpful for you. And inshallah, we will be conducting more. And also, yes, we are really excited for the hands-on workshop that we are going to handle next month. Inshallah, I'm sure that we might be meeting some of you from here. And yeah, let's see. So excited
We'll definitely
and inshallah.
share the resources in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, of course, we will be sharing it there. Inshallah.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.